How's it going, everybody? My name is Scyushi, and today I'm going to be giving you a quick tutorial of how you can end up accessing the Empty Boats of 1,000 Gates domain, which is kind of a limited time do it once domain. And there's also going to end up being another access point to gain to the Perpetual Mechanical Array, as well as the underground fast travel point, and a whole bunch of different chests and puzzles and what have you. So that's Rito Village. When you first come to Inazuma, you got to get out of there, but as soon as you end up coming over here, you're going to notice a Shrine Maiden, where you are going to want to talk to her as soon as possible, because she is going to end up giving you a really long and hefty and pretty cool world quest. The quest will end up taking you up to the shrine right here, where you're going to talk to the Shrine Maiden, and then you're going to end up getting the lens gadget, which will allow you to scan fox statues that have a blue glow about them. So now that we got the lens, we can actually ignore the rest of the world quest and just head right over here into the Arumi section, where you're going to end up dropping down here, scanning a bunch of these fox statues, which is going to end up activating some switches that ultimately gets you to this underground shrine. These shrines, there's going to be a couple of them around the island, and if you ever end up getting lost as to where they are, you just got to open up your quest menu, because there's going to be a little description that's going to explain where these shrines are. But for today's video, we're not focusing on that. If you end up just heading over to the left, you're going to end up seeing all of these pillars or blocks or what have you, as well as a flooded section where you cannot access it until you've completed this puzzle. This puzzle can be a lot of trouble if you don't know the solution, but thankfully every time you end up re-logging, the game is going to end up resetting all of these pillars to their default position. And once it's at its default position, all you gotta do is hit this block twice and then this block twice, and have all of these facing in the same direction. You're going to end up getting a chest, and then the water is going to drain a little bit. So once you end up swimming to the other side of the cave, you'll notice that you can end up opening up this entrance, but there's going to end up being this puzzle right back here, which is once again another very simple solution, so long as you know the answer to it, where you're going to end up activating this block in the middle twice, and that's going to end up giving you another chest, as well as draining the water further. So then you just go outside and go over to this door, and then you can open it and continue even deeper. There's going to be a couple of these tough robo enemies that you're going to have to deal with, but ultimately you're going to end up getting this fast travel point. I do also want to mention while we're here that underground in this section, there's going to end up being a bunch of stone slabs that are related to another world quest that is actually to the north over on Jinren Island. So just to briefly mention, this is going to end up being a much easier way of getting to the Perpetual Mechanical Array boss, because you can just go to the fast travel point, run down here and fight him, because the alternative pathway is that you would take this boat up to Jinren Island, and then on this rock there's going to end up being an electroganem that will take you to a portal that quite literally just warps you right to this guy. But for right now, we're just going on the domain, so we're just going to end up hugging this right wall and coming over here to the next puzzle. Once again, this is going to end up being extremely easy so long as you know the solution. All you really got to do for this first puzzle is just walk along the outside and then go to the inner circle and pretty much just follow the exact same pattern for this next one, where you're going to go around the outside and then to the inner circle. And that's going to end up being how you activate this domain.